Mastering bias-free workplace. Biases secretly sabotage employee feedback, silencing marginalized voices. Where does the organization establish safeguards to prevent unconscious biases from influencing the collection, analysis, and actionable responses to employee feedback and survey data, thereby ensuring that their voices are heard and valued in a fair and inclusive manner? The organization establishes safeguards to prevent unconscious biases from influencing the collection, analysis, and actionable responses to employee feedback and survey data through a multifaceted approach that ensures their voices are heard and valued in a fair and inclusive manner. Firstly, the organization recognizes that unconscious biases can manifest in various forms, including confirmatory bias, anchoring bias, and availability heuristic, among others. To mitigate these biases, the organization ensures that its feedback and survey mechanisms are designed with fairness and inclusivity in mind. This includes using standardized, objective, and clearly defined questions that minimize the potential for leading or biased questions. Secondly, the organization utilizes anonymous feedback mechanisms, such as online platforms or third-party vendors, to encourage honest and unbiased feedback from employees. This approach helps to reduce the risk of social desirability bias, where employees may feel pressure to provide responses that they believe are socially acceptable rather than honest. Thirdly, the organization ensures that the analysis of feedback and survey data is conducted using statistical methods that control for demographic and other factors that could influence the results. This includes using techniques such as stratified sampling, weighting, and regression analysis to identify patterns and trends in the data. Fourthly, the organization establishes a diverse and inclusive committee or task force to review and analyze the feedback and survey data. This committee comprises representatives from various departments, levels, and demographic groups within the organization, ensuring that a broad range of perspectives and experiences are brought to the analysis. Fifthly, the organization develops and implements a clear and transparent decision-making process for responding to employee feedback and survey data. This process involves identifying key themes and priorities, developing action plans, and allocating resources to address the concerns and suggestions raised by employees. The organization also ensures that the decision-making process is free from biases by using objective criteria and metrics to guide decision-making. Sixthly, the organization provides training and education to all employees, including those responsible for collecting, analyzing, and responding to feedback and survey data, on unconscious biases and their impact on decision-making. This training helps employees to recognize and mitigate their own biases, as well as to identify and challenge biases in others. Seventhly, the organization establishes a feedback loop mechanism that ensures that employees are informed about the actions taken in response to their feedback and survey data. This feedback loop helps to build trust and confidence among employees that their voices are being heard and valued, and that the organization is committed to creating a fair and inclusive work environment. Eighthly, the organization regularly audits and assesses its feedback and survey mechanisms to ensure that they remain fair, unbiased, and effective. This includes conducting regular reviews of the survey instruments, data analysis methods, and decision-making processes to identify areas for improvement and implement changes as needed. Lastly, the organization recognizes that creating a bias-free workplace is an ongoing process that requires continuous effort and commitment. Therefore, the organization embeds fairness, inclusivity, and transparency into its culture and values, and encourages employees to speak up and report any instances of bias or unfairness in the feedback and survey mechanisms. This creates a culture of accountability and responsibility, where employees feel empowered to contribute to creating a fair and inclusive work environment.